Alright. Hello, everyone. Sorry. I don't really have a plan for today. I kind of just want to talk about some stuff, mainly considering, related to, content creation. I mean, I feel like I can do better with this. It was only, like, a year into my YouTube career where I started realizing what I'm doing and saw I'm doing something wrong. I need to change this. And, I feel like one of the biggest parts about getting successful is how well you just perform on the spot, which it's hard to do if you're new to it. Eventually you do get used to it. I'm still getting used to it, because, well, I'm new, so yeah. But, you can be really good at editing, but unless you have the right material, it's hard to make, like, a brand that people will actually stick to and follow. And this guy is really annoying. And a lot of creators feel, like, held back to move on to new stuff or do more than one thing. And I think a big part of being able to do that, because a lot of YouTubers are able to do that, is being able to make, like, an awesome internet personality, so that no matter what, your viewer will see you and be like, I bet he can make this interesting. Even if I've never heard about it before, I will watch this, you know? And, like, for editing, you don't really need to go super crazy with anything. It's simple stuff should keep you viewers watching. I mean, you can get really flashy, but, like, there is a point where it starts to become too much. And, you know, you kind of have to know your audience, too. Because, like, some people will be attracted to that, and a big part of knowing whether you can or cannot do that is knowing the audience of knowing the audience of what you're doing. So, I could probably work on that a lot myself. And I mean, I personally have never watched a MooMoo.io video from a popular YouTuber, and I am serious. I haven't watched a single one. I just decided I'm gonna start doing it, and that put me here. I know this game is pretty much out of the meta. Pretty much everything I do isn't meta anymore. It was once meta, like Pokemon Showdown. It's a Pokemon game, and therefore it's always meta. Showdown specifically, though, not many people will be attracted to that. MooMoo, it was meta for like a good few years, but then there was hacker infestation, a bunch of other stuff. Man, people started moving on to other games, mostly copies. Like, one thing, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Sploop.io. Apparently it's Zoms.io, MooMoo.io, and like one other thing combined. And I just want to know, should I hop on that bandwagon? Because I see so many people doing it, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It seems kind of weird. I just like sticking to the original, even if it's just gone so far down since it was originally released. I still have a lot of hope in it, still have a lot of faith, but I don't know, should I make a Sploop.io first impressions video? Tell me in the comments. I think the other most important thing for content creation is, it's how well you can do your SEO, which is what's gonna make people find your video, you know? Tags, thumbnail, all stuff like that. Tags is pretty simple, you just put, you know, what's in the video, and it's gonna help. Title, it is very important. You can either make it very flashy, or you can make it just normal, monotone. Either one will most likely work, but once again, you still have to, like, know your audience. Like when I'm making my thumbnails, I usually like putting a festive filter on them to make them really flashy and stuff, because I know that's what MooMoo's average viewer age is pretty much, like, really young. It's really young, and something flashy yellow is a good color always. I like doing that just because it's really simple and it will draw the attention of a younger audience. Meanwhile, Pokemon Showdown, I like to make like a UI sort of thing. Hello. Druk Espa. Oh, I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna leave, though. Alright, I'm out of there. So, you know, like I was saying, I like just putting a character portrait. I can probably do better. I feel like one thing I want to try working on is drawing the character portraits in like pixel art or something. Because I make all of my my face thing, whatever you call them, my avatar, I guess. I drew that myself by literally taking a picture of me posing and then tracing over it in pixel art. That's how I did it, and it looks fine. It's a nice art style, but yeah, I think I can probably do that with like the sub avatars. And just make nicer, more distinct thumbnails. That, you know, sub was never in the meta, really. I mean, it was very briefly, I guess, but I mean, it was so brief, I'm not even sure if you can consider it meta, you know? Like, there was pretty much one big YouTuber that got on that, Toilet Dumper. Spectacular 10 out of 10 name, I must say. And yeah, his are, most sub YouTubers make their, oh no. Make their thumbnails in sub, because there's a photo editor where you can take snapshots of the cars, and most people make them with that, which I think is really boring and not really enticing whatsoever. Hey, golden daggers, let's go. And yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I like putting in portraits, and then my classic space background that I use for literally everything, because I'm devoid of creativity. Sorry. That is, in fact, a stock image. Yeah. Completely free stock image, yeah. But I still like it, so I use it for everything. And it sets my thumbnails apart from everything else, which is also a really important part of SEO. You can make thumbnails just like everyone else, and they're probably not gonna get... Hey! You know, what was I saying? Like, you can, but I feel like MooMoo nowadays, it's mostly just, install new hack, or an actual MooMoo video, like this one, but just, like, not much effort really put into it whatsoever, you know? That's why I'm doing this now, because I know there's still a small audience that's still holding on to this game, and, like, oh, hi there. Oh, okay, lag is cool. And he definitely had a very good reason for doing that. Hey, but I'm down here, which is always cool, fun, and awesome, and everything related to it. So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying you can make thumbnails like everyone else, and, you know, it can get seen. It's hard to start, I'll say that much. That's a really hard thing to do in MooMoo. Like, in anything, really, it's hard to start. Most of the time you want to pick a trending topic, but that I didn't. I picked MooMoo because I know it's, you know, at least somewhat popular. And I know it has a following. That's why I'm doing this. And I feel like effort also, like, clearly shows, like, you know, when everybody starts off their YouTube career, they're all just uploading unedited videos, no thumbnail, or just bad thumbnail, and saying, oh man, I only got 3 views? What? Why am I not getting anything? But here's what you do. You look at another YouTube channel, a popular one, and you compare it to yours. And you ask yourself, I wonder why this is happening. And that's what I did. And now I'm here instead of what I was doing back then, which I think I've made a massive improvement, honestly. And the thing is, I could still be doing better if I just put, like, even more time into it than I already do. You know, for an analogy, even if you pick a trending topic, like, my cuz, he plays 2K 2019, and, he doesn't... His titles are spoken like the language that's used in the game, but here's the thing, to get popular, you kind of have to do something that's going to make someone click on it, you know? Then you can start getting lazy, which I hope I'm not going to do. I'd love it if I could keep, you know, making quality stuff, but, like, YouTubers who make, like, lazy thumbnails, that's because they know they have a following already, they know people that are going to see this in their feed, and they're going to understand what it is. Like, if you see this in your recommended section, you're a 2K watcher, and you see that in your recommended section, do you click on it? I don't think you would. I wouldn't. And I know a lot of people don't really know how to get a good editing software. You don't really need a crazy one. Like, I literally use a phone editor, and I'm not joking. I use a phone editor. And for my thumbnails, I use Canva. There's plenty of other free photo editors on the internet, like Shutterstock and stuff. You can do anything. Like, that's just ones that work on mobile and in browser. Okay, you can probably get even higher quality ones if you get one for like Windows, or maybe you spend just a bit of money, which I know a lot of people aren't willing to do, either because they don't have the money, or if they just don't want to spend it on something they know they can do with something cheap. Like, if you ever need an editor, you can probably just like look around for one. Like, they're most likely gonna cost money, like whatever you make off of the video, but if you're a small channel, you're not making anything off the video. I would be happy to edit for anyone, you know? I'm editing for my pal, Diamond, and, you know, I'm completely fine with editing. I love editing. It's one of my passions. And, yeah. So if you ever need an editor and you're watching this, go ahead, hook me up. Just say, yo, I need an editor, or something like that. And then send me, like, your Discord or an email or something that I can reach. Okay, cool. No, it's not really, like, difficult to do it, you know? What I've been doing for a while is I've been scheduling videos, so if you see a comment and it says if you see a video and it says uploaded 3 hours ago, and there's a comment on it from me, I pinned a comment on all of my videos that says it's from like 4 months ago, that's because I schedule my, of course, not that far in the future, that would just be insane. But yeah, I do schedule my videos usually a week, at most a month in advance. But it's very unlikely I do that. If it's scheduled a month in advance, it's usually a sub video, because those I make in like seconds. Like, really? They're not hard, it's pretty simple. I feel like something that happens in the editing process of a lot of my sub videos is I get lazy in them. Like, I can edit long footage, but once it gets past like 45-50 minutes, it starts getting really tiring. And, you know, also storage space is important. You know, phones have limited storage space, especially since the system tends to take up about 6 gigabytes on a 16 gigabyte disk, which is always annoying. My Chromebook actually has no storage space whatsoever. I don't even use it anymore because it sucks. Okay, the system takes up 11 gigs, and it has 14 gigs of storage. So really, it only has 3 gigs of storage. Now, that's enough to store about 3 video files of mine. It's not good for editing. I can't really use it. I used to, but then I realized, my Chromebook keeps crashing. Yeah, I don't know who designed these, but they suck. And, yeah, that's the end of the sentence. That's about everything I had planned for today. I was kind of just ranting about content creation, and I ended up doing successful, so I don't know. I didn't really set a timer. I guess I'll just stay here a little longer. But yeah.